Evan, lay out for us what agreement, the agreement that you explain on our front page today.
Well, it's an agreement between the United States and North Korea. It's a deal in the eyes of the North Koreans. The Americans don't really want to see it that way. Basically, it boils down to the idea that North Korea will stop its pursuit of nuclear weapons, specifically its enrichment of uranium, which is one way to create a nuclear weapon, and further reprocessing of plutonium, which is something that had been sort of pinned down before. And in return, the United States is going to provide North Korea with about 240,000 metric tons of nutritional assistance. This is not really food, but it's kind of like food ingredients and nutritional supplements and such for small children, pregnant women, etc. That'll happen over the next year or so. And so that this deal kind of pins down the North Korea issue for the year, probably, for the United States and for the other countries that have been dealing with North Korea on the broader pursuit of nuclear weapons.
I mean, it sounds a little bit like with this agreement, the United States government is helping to prop up the new regime, not only by providing food, but I believe your story today says that an agreement that we won't do anything to undermine it. Can it be read that way?
Well, I mean, the North Koreans always seek that statement that the United States is not trying to undermine it. You know, the United States doesn't have any big desire to go in and invade North Korea, but it's something that the North Koreans use in their internal propaganda all the time, right? But I think what it basically does is, it does sort of help the new regime of Kim Jong-un a little bit, because this is the year 2012 that the North Korean regime has been promoting internally as the year of great prosperity. And it's important for North Korea to be able to diversify its economy and its benefactors a little bit, because it relies so heavily on China. So it does sort of help the regime to get a little bit of help from the United States. On the other hand, the United States is getting a little something out of it, though the Americans have been careful not to get too hyped up about it, and to say that the steps that North Korea is promising are reversible, and that there are other sort of loopholes that could come to undermine this whole thing in the future.
Evan, 5-second answer. Are we dealing with Kim Jong-un? Is he a kinder, gentler, dear leader who can be trusted?
Well, I think that this deal was in the works before Kim Jong-il died, and in fact, there had been the perception that this deal might have been announced the very week that Kim Jong-il died. So I think what we're really seeing is not so much something new from Kim Jong-un as much as that he is sort of continuing the track that his father's government was already on. There had been a little bit of a threat about a month and a half ago or so, where North Korea was seeking even more food than the United States was offering. North Korea backed away from that in the ultimate deal that they announced yesterday.